Get ready for high school basketball and plenty of it this weekend in Canton, Ohio. 15 games in 3 days, but with a twist. For the first time ever in the state of Ohio, high school basketball games will be played with a shot clock. It's the High School Shot Clock Shootout on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Welcome to the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse, everybody. I'm Jeff Phelps, my partner, former NBA player, former Ohio State Buckeye, former Wisconsin Badger, Brad Sellers. You didn't play with a shot clock in high school. You did every other level, Brad. Shot clock in high school basketball.
Oh, that's a great day for young basketball players in this state, Jeff. The ability to come out and play play a game that you see on TV and being timed in the shot clock. I'm looking for exciting basketball opportunities abundant for many players out here today.
In the NBA, it's a 24-second shot clock. You see a 30-second shot clock in college. It's 35 seconds. How does that change the game?
Well, it picks it up a pace. You know, as you go to the smaller schools, they'll play a little bit more methodical basketball. They're probably going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. The bigger schools, I think, can adjust a little bit better. But the thing about it is, when you see that clock on the top of the basket, it just changes your mentality toward the game.
5 games today. We get started with Martins Ferry against Indian Valley. It's coming up on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. What a weekend we are going to have here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. 15 basketball games over 3 days. They start at noon. Last one tips off at 7. We're looking at 9 hours of basketball 3 days in a row, Brad Sellers.
Jeff, great opportunity for young people today. Great historic programs playing in this shot clock shootout. What an opportunity for a young athlete aspiring to go further.
Indian Valley in white. In the Purple Riders of Martins Ferry, and we are underway in Canton. Jeff Phelps along with Brad Sellers. That's the player to keep an eye on in this game. He is Alex Reese, 6'6" senior for the Purple Riders, and he's a good one, averaging 21 points and 10.4 rebounds per game.
Jeff, Alex has been on a tear as of late. 2 games ago, 32 points. Last game out, 24 points outing. Starting out early and strong today, Jeff.
Martins Ferry coming into this game with a record of 3-4. They average 64 points a game. Indian Valley, 3-game winning streak coming into this game. They have 4 wins and 1 loss so far early on here in the season.
And this is going to be an excellent opportunity to see how this shot clock plays an effect in this game. Let's see how the players adjust.
About half the states in the United States use a shot clock in high school basketball. Ohio, not one of them as of yet, but you can be sure people will be watching this game and thinking, should we or shouldn't we?
Well, you know it's trending that way, and the rest of the country is going that way. We're going to have to end up following suit here. But the good thing about it is I don't think it's a big adjustment for players because they're watching it all the time in college and the pros.
Spin, nice basket up and in by Elijah Smith. He's a 6'3" sophomore.
You talk about historic programs, Indian Valley, huge Ohio State connection, Bobby Huggins, who used to coach Cincinnati and West Virginia from there. Larry Huggins used to play at Ohio State, and obviously the Huggins father was obviously an icon when it comes to high school basketball in this state.
Charlie Huggins is the man who coached at Indian Valley forever, and his sons, as you just talked about, Brad, went on to big things, didn't they?
No, they absolutely did. I can attest.
Did you play with Larry?
No, Larry was before me, but I just saw Bobby in Detroit at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony and saw him. And then they just stay around. They just love basketball. This is a basketball community and basketball family.
Braves looking at that shot clock a little bit. 17 seconds on the shot clock. We'll be paying attention to that. This is Colt James. And Colt puts it up and in.
Nice drop off right there. It was very assertive, catching the ball in the wing, 2 dribbles down, getting to the paint, and a little short mid-range jumper.
Indian Valley getting a little late start to some of its basketball activities because their football team won this Division IV state football championship. 16 wins, no losses. Colt James was on that team, number 2, as was Riker Williams, who is number 22. He's on the bench, feeling under the weather today. We may see him, we may not see him. He was the quarterback and starting defensive end on the football team as a sophomore. He's a good one.
Well, you talk about a beast, Jeff, and then you talk about the transition from playing football to basketball. There's a little changeover period necessary here, but these kids are going to, you can count on going at it today.
Same thing with Alex Reese of the Purple Riders, and that's Alex with the basketball. He's on his way to Youngstown State to play football. He'll be a tight end for the Penguins. Maurice Barnett in traffic. Can't get it to go. Just underway here in Canton. At the other end, nice move. Getting to the basket, Jackson Murphy.
I'm going to tell you, I thought Indian Valley was going to have a bigger adjustment to the shot clock, but they seem like they're picking up the tempo and the pace of the game, causing a little trouble for the Riders.
Indian Valley coming in, averaging 58 points per game. Not exactly a high-speed tempo, but, boy, they're moving in this one, Brad.
I think that goes out the window with the clock on top of the board.
Landon McPeak.
The adjustments are being made. The adjustments are being made necessary to advance the game and advance the speed of this game with the clock.
Gavin Little brings it into the front court for the Riders. Starters, Gavin Little, Alex Reese, Elijah Smith, Tevin Williams, and Maurice Barnett as Alex Reese puts up a 3 and hits it. He's a big guy. He's 6'6", but he makes 47% of his threes.
Well, you saw that jumper being executed right there. Step out, set a screen, got a kick back, pulled up a 3. Looked very pure on that jump shot, Jeff.
Starters for Indian Valley, Luke Wells, Colt James, Deegan Bieber, Landon McPeak, Jackson Murphy. This is McPeak. Working around nicely. Luke Wells hits the 3-pointer.
Excellent ball movement, swinging it from side to side, getting it back to the middle, and then kicking out for the easy shot from the side, adjacent to the foul line, extended.
A lot of football adjustments for the Purple Riders, too. Alex Reese, we mentioned, football player. Tevin Williams as well. That was Barnett. He couldn't hit it. Indian Valley by 2.
You talk about ball movement, playing in a very methodical fashion. Indian Valley has been known for that throughout the years, continuing to do that today.
Indian Valley head coach Tyrone Miller in his 4th season with the Braves. Derek Edwards in his 9th at Martins Ferry. Nicely done by Tevin Williams. He came over from football, running back, had over 1,300 yards rushing this season, averaged over 12 yards per carry, Brad. That's silly.
That's crazy.
That is.
12 yards a carry.
12 yards per carry.
Did they throw any balls?
I don't think they did. Also on the team, Joaquin Cox, a freshman, who averaged over 14 yards per carry.
Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing many passes.
I don't think they threw it real well.
I'm not seeing many passes.
Although Alex Reese played tight end and caught a bunch.
Wise, you saw something.
Shot clock at 2. That's the first shot clock buzzer we've heard today. They did get the shot off in time. Gavin Little goes inside to Reese. Big size advantage here. Alex Reese is 6'6". Biggest defender is Colt James, and he's 6'3".
Yeah, you got it now. Alex Reese is a 6'6" post guy that has the ability to step out. If you gave it to him on the post there, you would hope that he would take advantage of his size differential and start to back people down and just get long on people.
21 seconds here on the shot clock. Reese leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals, Brad. at 6'6".
Well, you can tell that Alex Reese is a very talented athlete. You can go from football to basketball, and not just transition, but transition at a high level. Like I said, 2 games ago, he had 32 points and a 17-rebound outing. That just speaks volume for him. That's just coming fresh off the football field.
That was against Bel Air, and he sat most of the second quarter with foul trouble and still put up 32 and 17. Three-pointer up and good. That's Cam Inama, who steps into the game and hits that one. He's a sophomore, 6 foot.
Seeing a lot of screen and roll action up high from the Riders.
Not far here from the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse is Mount Union, the University of Mount Union. They are the Purple Raiders.
Right, exactly.
These guys are the Purple Riders.
Not to be confused.
Not to be confused. I guess if your color's purple, you got to put it in your nickname, right?
There's no question about it.
Elijah Smith spins.
Goes with the uniform.
Right-hander a little strong. Rebound grab by Landon McPeak. Well, Indian Valley getting up and down the floor. This is Riker Williams in the game. He was the quarterback, defensive end on the state championship football team, number 22. Reese, short.
Reese likes to get into the elbow. He's been off the last couple outings.
Jackson Murphy loses the basketball. Here comes Tevin Williams. Thought about it. Reese. Soft touch doesn't go. McPeak with another rebound. McPeak right to the basket. Can't get it to go. Gavin Little grabs the rebound. Little blocked, but a whistle and a foul on a non-believing Jackson Murphy.
Now, Jeff, we were talking about before the game, was the shot clock going to be a factor? It doesn't appear to be, because both teams are getting up and down and trying to create opportunities, and they're both trying to get inside the paint and create some scoring opportunities for each club.
Our officials today, Anton Malini, Gerald Carrier, and Tyrone Windham. Gavin Little missing a free throw. That doesn't happen very often. 86% on free throws coming into this game. It's a big venue, though, for a high school, Brad. It seats 4,600, historic building, built 70 years ago, 74 years ago.
So you want to talk about historic. Canton McKinley is home of Canton McKinley basketball. Canton McKinley basketball is the number one ranked all-time winningest program in this state, 1,971 wins. Many a historic player and game have went on in this venue.
Gentlemen like Phil Hubbard, Eric Snow, Nick Weatherspoon, the General, Gary Grant.
Shout out to Phil Hubbard in Virginia and Gary Grant in California. Ron Stokes and Troy Taylor in Columbus. Nick Weatherspoon.
Michael Hawkins, Keith McLeod also made the NBA from Canton McKinley. Bieber.
Eric Snow. And let's not leave the women out. Amherst Alston.
Time running out here in the first quarter. And a whistle and a foul. Tyrone Miller not happy with that foul. Jackson Murphy called for the foul, and Jackson giving the palms up. Don't want to foul out on the floor with about 5 seconds to go in the quarter, do you, Brad?
No, it's not a smart play here. Shot clock's about to run. I mean, the game clock's about to run out. Let it go.
2.1 seconds. Tevin Williams will inbound.
Ooh.
Three-point try, blocked. Nicely done by Luke Wells.
Whoa!
Did it go? No, they wave it off.
We might have to go to the video.
They wave it off. Cam Inama thought, I had that one. No, he didn't. That was close, though, wasn't it? Good first quarter. The shot clock era getting its first look in the state of Ohio. It's Indian Valley by 3. The high school shot clock shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information. We've played one quarter. Here in the shot clock shootout, Indian Valley with a 3-point lead over Martins Ferry. Jeff Phelps along with Brad Sellers as we start quarter number 2.
Jeff, I've been impressed with these young men so far. Very energetic, very athletic. Not typically what I would expect to see in a small school game, but I mean, this has been entertaining to the fullest.
Colt James behind the line. Good offensive rebound, up and in. Cami Nama has come off the bench and has had an impact in this game.
There's no doubt about it. Opportunity in a place when you talk about a historic venue brings out the best in players, and I know that these young men want to have a chance to be on this floor and play well.
Alex Reese down low, spins, little strong rebound. Luke Wells. Braves work it around to Wells, short on the 3-point try. Ball knocked out of bounds. Where's it going? Going Martins Ferry's way.
You know what I like about Indian Valley, Jeff? The way they move the ball and swing it from side to side, set up nice screens. Guys are cutting with precision, playing the basketball game the right way.
McPeak will inbound. Again, pretty good size advantage. Stolen away by Martins Ferry. That's Barnett. Takes it to the basket. Reese is right there. Could he get the rebound? No. Good work inside by McPeak. Boy, Landon McPeak is just 5'9", but he's been all over the boards here.
Now Barnett had a break. He had a Reese trailing. Could have dropped it off for a layup on the way back, but young players learn to play this game the correct way.
Braves turn it over. Tevin Williams into the front court. A little high on that dribble. No call. 3-pointer up and good. Elijah Smith. He can score from all 3 levels out on the floor. He's a sophomore at 6'3". Plays the power forward spot. Little strong by Bieber on that 3-point try. Good tight game so far here in Canton. Off the glass, Gavin Little.
Listen, the Purple Riders are pushing the pace, getting a rebound, 1-shot attempt, and taking it down to the other end, looking to score and complete.
Wells couldn't hit with the right hand. Elijah Smith with the rebound. Barnett was looking inside. He saw Reese. Instead, that pass went off Elijah Smith, who had just given it to Barnett. Goes back to Indian Valley. Here comes Riker Williams back into the game. And again, he's feeling a little under the weather today. In his first game as a freshman last year, basketball, walked on the floor and scored 26 points.
Well, you got to tip your hat to him today because, you know, how it's tough when you're playing under the weather, Jeff. And when you do, sometimes you can get a great performance just because you're not feeling the best.
They weren't sure if he was going to be able to play at all today. He was feeling that poorly, but he's out there now. Short on the 3-point try by Bieber. Good work inside by Colt James. Riker Williams, who we've just talked about, number 22. Max Preps All-American as a freshman last year. So he is vital. He has the basketball right now. Williams drives, plays it up and in.
Very nice. Strong, athletic.
And again, he just came from football. He's played in 4 of their 5 games. Alex Reese inside, that's an offensive call.
Every time Alex Reese dips that shoulder, because of the size differential, things can happen and go the wrong way for you.
He's working against Deegan Bieber there. And Bieber at 6'1". Biggest player for Indian Valley is Colt James at 6'3". He's a sophomore.
Alex probably be better served taking 2 crab dribbles to get a little bit closer and just go over the top of him.
Reese with 5 points. He and Elijah Smith leading scorers so far for the Purple Riders in this game.
Martins Ferry has gone to looks like a 2-1-2 zone.
Riker Williams can't hit the 3. Luke Wells, offensive rebound. How about McPeak? Little short. Purple Riders bring it up the floor. That's Tevin Williams. Reese, little pull-up, short. Another rebound by McPeak. Wells underneath, yes.
Good catch and finish. Way to gather yourself under the basket.
Wells has 5. It's a 6-point biggest lead of the game for Indian Valley. Boy, McPeak's been terrific on the boards. 5'9" senior.
They just play hard, Jeff. That's what they do. They've known for that.
Colt James. Now a 9-point Indian Valley lead, biggest lead of the game. Working it around, there's your open shooter.
And you can see, Jeff, why this is a program that's well respected in this state. They just play hard. I don't care what players, what years, what decade, they instill that in the student athletes down at Indian Valley, and they're going to come to play. They push this lead to a 9-point lead here with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And I know the coaching staff is trying to push that to double digits.
Indian Valley is from Janadenhutton in nearby Tuscarawas County. So I'm happy to just call them Indian Valley.
Yeah.
And not have to say Janadenhutton and Tuscarawas too much today.
I'm going to let you do that.
That's Tyrone Miller in his 4th season as head coach. His Braves went 21-5 last year, 17-7 in 2023, 15-8 in his first year. So, Brad, from 15 to 17 to 21 wins in his first 3 seasons. Well, that's growth.
You know what that means this year, then? The expectations are high.
You're looking for more than 21, aren't you?
Exactly.
In their first 5 games, they've had 4 different leading scorers, a very balanced attack. Reese for 3, yes. Man, this guy's a player.
He's trying to get on track.
Their last game was on Monday. They lost to Wheeling Central, but Alex Reese had 24 points and 8 rebounds in that game. Tevin Williams with the rebound. Elijah Smith brings it up into the front court. Jeff Phelps along with Brad Sellers here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. First of 15 games this weekend as Reese does it again. He has 10 points. He leads all scorers.
You see what happens when one basket goes in for you? You get a little antsy and say, let me try more.
McPeak can't hit the 3. Bieber grabbed the rebound. We have a shot clock going, folks. First time, first sanctioned game in the state of Ohio with a shot clock right here, right now. Well done. Drive by Maurice Barnett. He's a junior, 5'10". Would normally come off the bench, but Anthony Booth, junior, 6'3", starter, second leading scorer for this Purple Rider team, tore his ACL 2 games ago against Bel Air. And unfortunately, Anthony is out for the season. He is sitting on the bench for the Purple Riders, but we wish him nothing but the best of a recovery. Jackson Murphy tried to dump it off inside. Martins Ferry comes up with the basketball. Nice drive. Ferry. Well done by Gavin Little.
Gavin Little off the window. And look at that, Jeff. The 9-point deficit erased.
With a 9-0 run.
In a minute. 1 minute.
That didn't take long. Well, it was 25-16. And there's Anthony Booth. Did not take long. 9-0 run out of that timeout for Martins Ferry.
And so you talk about it, Jeff. That 9-point deficit erased in under just over a minute. And in that, you've done that because the shot clock has picked up the pace of this game.
And, you know, the thing about it, that shot clock hasn't come into play, but maybe on one possession. It's a mental thing, Brad?
Yep, it's coming into play in a mental aspect because now you're aware that there's time ticking here. So that forces you to pick up the action, pick up the tempo. They're playing at a tempo that I did not expect to see because the shot clock, I think, is having that much of an effect on the game, just the mentality of the players.
That's Derek Edwards. He's in his 9th season coaching at his alma mater. He was an All-Ohio point guard at Martins Ferry. Former Division III AP Coach of the Year back in 2017. And he has continuity on his side. His staff has been together for, 9 years? Since 2016.
Wow. A rarity.
It's really rare, isn't it?
It's a rarity these days.
In fact, Ron Hill on the staff in his 30th season as a coach at Martins Ferry. Bieber with a 3-pointer, and that ends the 9-0 run.
And Valley is shooting the ball extremely well from the exterior.
This is Reese working against Colt James. Nice job defensively by Colt James. Murphy gets the rebound. Another three-pointer. There's Colt James.
So let's talk about Colt James. Colt James is a sophomore, 6'3", playing against 6'6" Alex Reese. Not backing down. I've been watching this battle on the block down here. He's not giving up an inch of ground down here.
He and Riker Williams both with only 4 games played out of the 5 because Colt also on the state championship football team. Barnett. Looked like Elijah Smith was right there for the rebound. That ball hung on that rim for just a second, Brad. He went flying right by.
It did. And let's talk about the mentality of the football player, the basketball player transition.
And we have that with 5 players in this game today.
Yes, you do. The guys are playing very aggressive. They're not backing down. The confrontation, like lining up man on man in a football game, it's the same thing that carries over in this basketball game.
McPeak working against Gavin Little. Riker Williams thought about it. 15 on the shot clock. McPeak, yes. Landon McPeak, a 5'9" senior. He's a 3-year letterman. He's the kind of guy, you put him on the floor, you know you can count on him. And I've mentioned it 4 times already, Brad. I've been really impressed at the work he's done inside on the boards.
The one thing I've enjoyed is the mid-range game by these young players.
Including that one by Alex Reese. He now has 12 as we're under 10 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Three-pointer up, no. Rebound by Reese inside. And that'll do it in the first half of game number 1 of the shot clock shootout here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. It was a 9-point Indian Valley lead at 25-16. 9-0 run by the Purple Riders erased that. But Indian Valley closes out the half strong. They lead by 6 at halftime. At halftime, it's Indian Valley with a 6-point lead on Martins Ferry. Indian Valley had a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter and then built that lead out to 9 at 25-16. You thought at that point, okay, Martins Ferry needs to do something. They need to do something big, and Brad, they really did. They put together a 9-0 run to tie it up.
Well, Martins Ferry started picking up the tempo of the game. They went to the box, the 2-1-2 zone, limited Indian Valley to just one-shot opportunities, and then pushed the ball, as you see right here, then pushing down and say, listen, I've got to attack this rim. I've got to get buckets.
The 9-0 run tied the game at 25. And you thought, okay, well, where do we go from here? How about an 8-2 run by Indian Valley to close the half?
Well, Indian Valley said, listen, we're not rookies at this. We know exactly what to do. We'll space the floor, we'll get that defense stretched out, and then we'll start making our shots and make you pay for your gambling going to a zone defense.
It's game 1 of 5 today on the opening day of the shot clock shootout here in Canton. Martins Ferry against Indian Valley. Brad and I will have the Streetsboro ladies against the Orange women from Akron Ellet coming up in game number 2. Looking forward to that one. What a fun weekend. First time in the state of Ohio ever shot clock in use. It's Indian Valley by 6 in Game 1 of the Shot Clock Shootout here in Canton. Jeff Phelps along with Brad Sellers. Indian Valley coming in with a record of 4-1. They've won their last 3 games. And, Brad, they were getting up and down the floor.
Oh, pushing the tempo. I think that Indian Valley said, listen, we're not playing methodical basketball. We're not slowing the pace down. We get an opportunity to get steals, get it off the glass. We're going to look to create opportunities, and you see them on the run out here and looking to score early and often when the opportunity presented itself.
They're a little ahead of their pace on the season. They come in averaging 58 points per game. But, Brad, we saw the defense. They've been holding their opponents to just 40 points per game. And we've seen some of that defense today.
Well, you've seen it because it's been mano-a-mano. You take Coach James, for example, taking the assignment of slowing down Alex Reese, playing him straight up, not asking for double teams, not asking for help, just playing straight basketball and hoping to contain his offensive player. And so you see that from the other players on the team doing the same strategy, trying to just maintain their space.
At halftime, 33-27 is our score. And again, Game 1 of 5 coming up right here in Canton today. The Purple Riders coming in with a record of 3-4. They average 64 points a game. They can't like that 27 on the scoreboard right now.
Well, no one wants to be on the downside of the scoreboard action. So if they come out the locker room, they've got to look to pick up the tempo, look to limit Indian Valley, and try to get themselves back in this ball game.
You see Alex Reese with 12 points in the first half. He becomes the all-time leading scorer in Martins Ferry basketball history. And there have been some pretty good basketball players, including an NBA player, who went to Martins Ferry, and that's Alex Groza, brother of Lou Groza, former Cleveland Browns kicker. The High School Shot Clock Shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information. Halftime of Game 1 of the Shot Clock Shootout here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. And if you had to pick the perfect venue to have the first shot clock game in the state of Ohio, this is it. This building opened in 1950, built to be the home of Canton's 4 high schools. And it was for a long time, but there's now 1 high school in the Canton Public School District, and it's Canton-McKinley High School. And Canton-McKinley obviously plays here. Renovations over the last 4 years. They rebuilt 6 locker rooms here. They added air conditioning. They put in new scoreboards, video boards. 4,700 people fit into this building. I covered games here when I was in college. Brad, did you ever play in here as a high school player, or did you play in here at all?
I played in here in pickup games here. We never had a chance to come play in the field house here. But I would just say before the game, Jeff, I walked around this venue because it's historic. Shout out to, again, Phil Hubbard, Gary Grant, Ronnie Stokes, Troy Taylor. This is, if you're a basketball player and know this state and know the game of basketball in this state, this is a place you want to hit the floor.
And I've always loved this building, Brad, because it's that old school design. You know, you've got the bleachers up top. It's just a great place to watch a high school basketball game. Martins Ferry down at halftime by 6. If you're the Purple Riders, what do you want to see in the second half, Brad?
Well, I want to see the Riders pick up the pace of this game, right? I want them to be, you got Alex Reese on the post. I want to see more touches for him inside, try to expose his 6'6" height down there and see if he can get more opportunities. But you got to slow Indian Valley down defensively because they're just getting out on the break and converting just about every time.
And if you're Indian Valley?
If Indian Valley, just continue to do what we've been doing. Attack, move the ball from side to side, push the ball when I get the opportunity, and don't relent. Just keep your foot on the gas.
Elijah Smith missing the first shot of the third quarter here. And Indian Valley moves the ball into the front court and goes right to the basket. Bieber. Nice spacing by Indian Valley, Brad.
Oh, you see Martins Ferry has come out like this. We're going to slow the pace of this game down. We're going to zone you from the beginning. We're going to limit these fast break opportunities and see if we can cut this deficit.
Shot clock at 5. Shot up, McPeak, get it. Boy, Landon McPeak has had a nice all-around basketball game. He has 6.
And you see with Martins Ferry, the one thing you don't want to give up is free looks at the basket. Indian Valley taking advantage of the open opportunity.
Smith turns it over. Colt James drives. Right hand, no. There's McPeak. Landon McPeak getting the job done. And a quick start here in the third quarter for Indian Valley. They're up by 11, biggest lead of the game. Reese inside. And a whistle and a foul. He does not look happy with what's going on out there, Brad.
No, I think they're trying to figure out exactly how they're getting beat down here because they came out with the zone trying to limit the opportunities, and still you see the first 2 opportunities Indian Valley have really been on the breakout, rebounding, pushing the ball out, getting out on the break, and scoring.
Reese, a 68% free throw shooter. And we mentioned during halftime, he became Martins Ferry's all-time leading scorer in the first half of this basketball game. He needed 9 coming in, and he now has 14 points to lead the Purple Riders. Going back to when it was 25 all in the second quarter, that was a 13-2 run by Indian Valley.
Oh, that was just beautiful. He came off, McPeak came off a down screen on the other side, a set play, knowing they were coming back to him on that jumper at the elbow.
McPeak has 13. Purple Riders, nice pass. That's Tevin Williams getting it from Alex Reese.
Well, you sit here and Reese felt the double team, knew somebody had to be open, found the cutter.
Behind the line, Bieber, yes. Indian Valley really effective on that three-point shot, Brad.
Bieber makes a shot in the corner, and you have a case where Tevin Williams does not get out to the shooter in time.
Elijah Smith, nice work inside, gets the basket for the Purple Riders. 10-point Indian Valley lead. Been a real spirited game.
You want to see the Riders have come out, abandoned the zone, gone back to man-to-man, trying to get everybody under control here.
Wells. Little short. Alex Reese couldn't get it. There's McPeak.
50-50 ball, you got to have it. Got to have it.
Spin, McPeak blocked. Here comes Martins Ferry. Barnett Fouled on his way to the basket, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you see Martins Ferry, they're looking to get athletic, one-on-one drives to the basket, creating those opportunities, as opposed to the other end where Indian Valley is swinging the ball, getting multiple touches, maybe 3 or 4 shots, 3 or 4 passes before a shot goes up.
Barnett coming into this game averaging 6.4 points a game. He had been coming off the bench, but now with the season-ending injury to Anthony Booth, Barnett will get plenty of playing time. Derek Edwards, his coach, said he's a really athletic guard, very versatile player. He's going to get the opportunity now. Very good perimeter shot, and his coach, Derek Edwards, calls Barnett the fastest player on the team.
Well, they're going to need that speed today because they're meeting strong headwinds from Indian Valley.
Alex Reese came up with the steal, and then the foul on Landon McPeak.
Did you see what happened there, Jeff? Martins Ferry went to a little trap in the backcourt. You saw where Reese got on the ball, was able to knock it out, get loose, and created the opportunity for himself before he got fouled.
Team foul number 3 on Indian Valley. 2 more, and the Purple Riders will be shooting 2. Gavin Little. They work it inside to Reese. Good idea. Spins, shoots, and nice bounce on that rim.
Nice catch, nice control on the block by Reese to take his time.
Riker Williams back in the game for the Braves. Wells spins, travels.
Got out of character there. I told you it's 3 or 4 passes before somebody gets a look.
This Purple Rider team is going to have to figure a few things out because with that injury to Booth, they really had only 6 guys who were playing a lot of minutes. They had 6 players averaging between 22 and 28 minutes per game. No one else was playing more than 6 minutes per game.
Well, that's where the success is. Reese on the post is the advantage. But what we cannot do is not attack the basketball once we get it. We cannot keep going to fadeaway shots. He's got a size advantage and a skill advantage.
And there's Anthony Booth, out with the knee injury for the season, averaging 15 points, 4.6 rebounds per game. He was the Purple Riders' second leading scorer and rebounder. And again,
a devastating loss.
Good health moving forward. Hope he's good to go for his senior year. Shot up and good. That's Riker Williams. He threw for 1,008 yards and ran for 1,435.
That's a wild stat, Jeff. That's
really
wild.
Is. Well, their state championship football team really ran the football a lot. Grady Kinsey was a running back for them, is a running back for them, just a junior. He'll be back next year. Kinsey rushed for over 3,200 yards and 50 touchdowns.
I can tell you, Woody would have loved it.
He would have absolutely loved it. Here's another running back at the free throw line, Tevin Williams. He of the 1,300 yards, 12 per carry average, and 12 touchdowns. That football mentality carries over into high school basketball. Did it carry over into the NBA? Did you run into guys who had played football or nasty guys?
Oh, yeah, just nasty. Listen, I don't even want to tell you about the one-time matchup between Ohio State basketball and Ohio State football in a pickup basketball game.
Oh, how'd that go?
Not well for the Buckeye basketball.
Brad, you're still a skinny guy. I can't imagine you going up against the D lineman. Nicely done behind the line for Kylan McDonald, who comes into the game. Kylan, just a sophomore at 5'8".
Guys like Chris Carter, like, you know we used to play basketball, right?
Bieber ties up Gavin Little. You against Chris Carter.
Almost 40 years ago, they still talk about that game. They were like, it was standing room only at Jesse Owens Rec Center down at Ohio State.
Do I want to know who won that game?
Oh, we did. I told you. Ohio State football won. And that's with 2 first-round picks, myself, Dennis Hobson.
And the football team won?
They won it.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't tell a lie.
James, yes. That three-pointer has been an absolute weapon for Indian Valley today.
Jeff,
their lead is out to 14.
Jeff, this has been entertaining basketball. 2 good teams going at it here.
With that, a timeout called by Martins Ferry. The three-point line has been friendly to the Braves today. Colt James hits that one. We have 2:37 to go in the third quarter, and it's Indian Valley up by 12. It's been interesting to watch the way that has worked, that three-point line. If you're Martins Ferry, do you come out? Do you force the issue on the three? I mean, do you make sure you're just smothering the guys behind the line?
Well, I want to see Martins Ferry pick up the ball full court, pick up the tempo here, because you're down 12. This is not a collegiate or NBA game. You don't have a lot of time here. The quarters are short. You got to get in and get after it early. What you have here is a tactical advantage inside with Reese. You have to expose that and exploit them on the other end. But I will tell you on the other side, Colt James for Indian Valley has been playing Alex Reese tough, not giving an inch.
He's also contributed on the offensive end. Colt James has 13 points in this game. Alex Reese with 18. His average coming in 21 points per game.
You talk about beating the moment. There's always a game where a person sees a challenge in front of themselves and says, listen, not today, will not be your day today. And that's what you have going on out here today. It's been a great matchup between those two.
We mentioned Reese is going to Youngstown State, recruited as a tight end. He played defensive end. He was the back-to-back player of the year in District 12. Three-time all-district player, first-team all-state last year as a defensive end, along with playing tight end. This guy had 16 sacks, and he's going to go play tight end.
Yeah,
there's money on the D-line, Brad.
He's giving up the sack exchange. It said, maybe I'm going to catch some passes, set some blocks.
Might as well. Reese had 29 tackles for loss and 16 sacks.
That's crazy.
That really is. Ball knocked out of bounds. Plenty of time on the shot clock. And yes, a shot clock in high school basketball. That's what we're doing here in Canton this weekend.
You know, there were a lot of people years ago, Jeff, that were worried about putting a shot clock in high school basketball. I don't see anything offensive about it.
No, it looks great, doesn't it?
Looks good.
Shot clock's at 20. Kylan McDonald, backup point guard. He's come into the game and done a nice job here in the second half. Cami Nama, number 5, was really good coming off the bench in the first half. Shot clock at 7. Colt James just realized Riker Williams has to put up a shot. It's at 3. Ooh. He's blocked, but a whistle and a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is where you talk about the shot clock coming into effect. Riker Williams saw that it was under 7, and at that point, you know you have to go to it. That means create an opportunity for yourself. Not going to have a chance to make another pass.
Foul on Maurice Barnett, and Riker Williams will go to the free throw line where he's making 90% of his free throws. He missed it before I said it, so there was no jinx there.
You won't claim it?
Nope.
Okay.
Jackson Murphy back into the game.
Well, you got a 12-point deficit here by Martins Ferry.
Riker Williams, under the weather earlier today, is playing third team All-Ohio last year as a freshman.
Martins Ferry's going to have to push the tempo here. You're down under 2 minutes in the quarter.
13-point Braves lead. Barnett over to Little. He can't hit. Elijah Smith off the glass.
Got a little window action. Backed him down and found the square.
Isn't it easier to hit that shot off the glass than it is to just try and...
You know, I always found out if you locate the square on the backboard and get the ball just in that square, you give yourself an ample opportunity for a shot to go in.
Riker Williams against Smith. Ball knocked out of bounds with 16 seconds on the shot clock.
I think the refs have done a very good job officiating this game, Jeff. They don't even notice that they're there.
Anton Malini, Gerald Carrier, Tyrone Windham. Inbounds pass, stolen away by Barnett. Maurice to the basket. Oh, a little strong. Smith can't hit that one. And Colt James gets the rebound. Approaching a minute to play here in the third quarter. Indian Valley hangs on to the basketball.
Now you saw Indian Valley not taking care of the basketball, bringing the ball up the court, and the pressure from the Purple Riders trying to make sure they try to create some havoc in the backcourt.
Landon McPeak comes into the game. Kylan McDonald sits down after some pretty good minutes there in the third quarter. Nicely done by the sophomore backup point guard. Riker Williams has space. He drives on Reese. Kicks it out to James for three. Got it.
Coach James came to play today.
He has 16. It's a 14-point Braves lead.
Oh, found that window, found that glass.
Up and in by Elijah Smith. Coach Derek Edwards says he's really coming on. He's just a sophomore at 6'3".
Indian Valley should look to work the clock here. You won't get it all the way down, but you can get close to having just
about 3 seconds different shot and game clock, which high school players have never had to worry about in Ohio until right now. McPeak against Little. Shot clock at 7. Riker Williams, shot clock at 3. McPeak beat the buzzer.
Shot clock.
No, he didn't. Okay, shot clock violation, the first one in the state of Ohio.
We better reset. You got 3 seconds, should be on the clock.
Looked like 3.1 when that shot went up.
So that's the difference now. The referee's got to keep count.
It's a different game for everybody, Brad.
You got to do your subtraction here. There you go. 3.1 back on the clock.
There it is.
Good job. You say, why are you crying about a couple tenths of a second? Because that can make all the difference in the world. Can it not, Jeff?
Absolutely. I say that to the man who made a perfect inbounds pass to somebody named Jordan.
That's what I was leading into.
I know you were. I was going to leave it alone all day. You couldn't have just done a solid for the local fans and made the pass a little high to Michael Jordan.
No, listen.
No, it was on the money, and he hit the shot over Craig Elo and eliminated the Cavaliers.
My mother and grandma,
in a series the Cavaliers should have won over your Chicago Bulls.
My mother and grandmother were sitting in the stands.
So was I, covering the game. I wasn't happy with you. You had a fine NBA career, by the way. Well, congratulations.
I appreciate it.
3.1 seconds. This is Reese.
Nope.
And that'll do it for 3. Had to figure out our first shot clock violation in the state of Ohio. They did. It ends the third quarter. It's a 12-point lead for the Indian Valley Braves as we head to the fourth here in Canton. Indian Valley on top of Martins Ferry. Chatting with Anton Malini, one of our officials today. We said shot clock violation. He said, how about that?
Yeah, listen.
I had to think about that one.
It's new to everyone.
This is the first of 5 games here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse today. Brad and I have the second game for you coming up. The ladies of Ellett and Streetsboro going at it. Alex Reese with the ball as they get things going here for Martins Ferry. Reese inside gets the ball back against Colt James. Smith. Nicely done inside by Tevin Williams.
They're keeping it alive on their offensive side, getting the offensive rebounding.
Biggest lead in this game was 14 points by the Braves late in the third quarter. It's now down to 10. Checking into the game is Joaquin Cox for the first time. He's a freshman, 5'10". He's the other running back who had 14 yards per carry on 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns.
I think Martins Ferry is going to look to get a little physical here.
Well, they have 3 football players on the floor right now.
That's exactly the reason.
Cox, Williams, and Reese.
Oh, what a drive and a finish.
Colt James.
Did you see the fake handoff from Colt James? Faked it. The 2 Martins Ferry went to the ball. Colt James was able to get down the lane here, Jeff, and scoop it off the window.
And he gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Gavin Little with the foul. Real nice game by Colt James. He has 18 points, looking for 19 here at the line.
Yeah, he came to play today. You can see it.
Elijah Smith grabbed the rebound. Reese spins against Luke Wells. That was easy.
Took his time, backed him under, used that 6'6" height to his advantage.
You like his all-around game, Brad?
Yeah, you can tell. Skilled player.
Lead down to 10. Cox working against McPeak, really making him work out there. You can see the physical defense that the Riders have brought here in the fourth quarter. McPeak drives, puts it off the glass. Well done by Landon McPeak.
You saw Landon McPeak here, the little ball fake, jab step left. Got Joaquin Cox off his balance and was able to get to the basket.
McPeak has 15. Spin off the glass, no by Gavin Little. Rebound brought in by Jackson Murphy, 6'1" senior. That's Murphy with the basketball. He's coming off a 14.4 rebound game against Garraway. Whistle and a foul against the freshman, Joaquin Cox.
Joaquin Cox being a little overly aggressive here. You know, you can't just keep pounding people out front. You just got to stay in front of them, slide your feet, and wait and pick your opportunities here.
Barnett comes back into the game with 3 fouls, and Cox takes a seat. McPeak against Barnett with those 3 fouls. Colt James, can he do it again? Nope, a little strong. Barnett to Reese, look out! Reese to the basket, whistle foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. That was on Colt James, and great sportsmanship as the guys help each other up off the floor.
You saw Alex Reese get out here on the break, and you'll see that when he does that and under control, more times than not, good things are going to happen.
You know, it's interesting because you see so often at the high school level in multiple sports, you can see that the guy's a really good athlete. And you think, okay, at the next level, they'll develop those skills. He has the basketball skills now. You can see he could play some college basketball if he wanted to. His football skills also off the charts.
Well, you see he's a tremendous athlete. You can see the skill sets transferably being applied in both football and basketball. The question now is that he have another level in him for the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
Because his team will need him. They're down by 11. Pressure defense by the Purple Riders, but
Martins Ferry is going to put themselves in a bonus situation real quick.
Pretty quickly, yeah. That's team foul number 4, so Indian Valley will be shooting on the next foul. They've certainly come out more aggressively on the defensive end here in the fourth quarter, Brad.
There's no doubt about it. When you're down double digits, you got to pick up the pace here and see to try to get them off Indian Valley, off the way they've been playing this game. But to no avail so far.
Riker Williams hits a big three-pointer, and it's a 14-point lead. Ties the biggest lead of the game for Indian Valley. Whistle and a foul. Riker Williams says, really? Did I really? Apparently so.
You saw Riker Williams here. Did not back down from Alex Reese. This is where you talk about, we were speaking earlier about how the football skill sets transfer. You did not see anybody backing up there. They're like, I don't care that I'm smaller than you. It's not happening.
Riker Williams is just 6 foot, but he played quarterback on the football team, and we mentioned how they ran the ball with head coach Matt Lancaster. It was great to watch because Lancaster, his running game was so creative. Williams would sometimes line up not at quarterback. Kinsey would get the direct snap, and the quarterback would be the lead blocker on the play. It was fun to watch, so certainly the football mentality coming to the basketball floor here from Indian Valley. Nice drive by Luke Wells. Couldn't get enough spin on that one. McPeak floats it. Nope. Rebound. Barnett. Quickly out to Gavin Little. Little to the basket. Off the glass. Yes.
Under control. Gavin Little pulling up off the window.
Martins Ferry needs a run. They're down by 11. Under 5 minutes to go.
Martins Ferry feeling a sense of urgency here.
Tevin Williams gets the steal. Elijah Smith drives. Nope. A little strong. Can't get the rebound. Luke Wells does.
Perhaps a missed opportunity by Martins Ferry.
You want to push the tempo if you're Indian Valley with a lead, or you want to milk that clock?
No, this is where you should be cognizant of what the time is. But in this case, they've been playing at a high tempo all game long.
Cami Nama couldn't hit it at the end. Offensive end for Indian Valley. And Riker Williams now gets the rebound on the defensive end. Approaching 4 minutes to play in the first shot clock game ever sanctioned by the OHSAA. Reese out on the floor defensively.
Oh.
Riker Williams drives.
Nice.
Oh, that was slick.
Nice.
Williams has 11, and the lead out to 13.
You saw Riker Williams using good footwork there. Nice cut, hard stop on a dime cut. Turned away the other way and went down the lane and scooped it in.
I asked Tyrone Miller, where do you see his future, football or basketball? And he said, I would have said basketball, but after this year, I might say football on the defensive side.
Yeah.
He played defensive end. He was an outstanding defensive end for the football team, along with being the quarterback.
Well, you can see the way he moves out here, the way he's sitting down on the ball here.
Nicely done. Luke Wells gets it inside from McPeak.
Indian Valley's been fun to watch.
(67-52). It's the biggest lead of the game for Indian Valley. Martins Ferry trying to catch up with some pressure defense. It's worked to some extent, Brad, but boy, I think Indian Valley's really handled it well.
Indian Valley has not backed down. They come out from the beginning of this tip to play this entire way in a very aggressive manner, and that has not relented. Led them to a 15-point lead with 3 minutes to go in this ball game, and I don't think they're going to relent any, Jeff.
They're sitting on their biggest lead of the game. They're up by 15, 67-52, and they've had multiple players come up with really nice games. Riker Williams has 11. Colt James has been terrific scoring the basketball. Landon McPeak has been terrific with 15 points in this game. But we heard about the balance of this team. It's certainly been on display. They've had 4 leading scorers in their first 5 games, Brad.
Well, Colt James is just a shade under 20, has 18. You've got Landon McPeak with 15. And then how about Riker Williams with 11 off the bench here, Jeff, in a very under-weather mode.
Yeah, there were serious questions as to whether he would play, and Tyrone Miller wasn't sure before the game. Will he go or will he not? Those are Tyrone's daughters behind him, by the way. His son is 5. He thought, can't hang on to the son all day. I've got to coach a basketball game. The girls have duties during the game. So they're here.
Hey, listen, I understand. Gym rats, I got it, right?
They were out shooting at halftime, and they looked pretty good.
Look, she's got the clipboard. She's got everything.
She's ready to go.
She's ready to go.
Martins Ferry down by 15, and some hustle like crazy by Indian Valley, and it's going to be their basketball.
Yeah, that was a great defensive pass, pressure by McPeak, forcing a turnover over and back.
McPeak's been impressive, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, and the way he's handled the ball out front.
Was all over the boards early on in the game. He has 3 fouls. Reese knocks it away. Alex Reese to the basket.
Oh,
boy,
nice.
he's a terrific player.
The way he sat on that, broke on the basketball.
Here comes some real pressure now from the Purple Riders.
Problem is you're in the penalty.
You are now. That'll send the Braves to the free throw line for 2.
You saw Alex Reese here get the steal and the breakout here. He timed it, waited for the pass to come, got a hand on it, pushed it out front, was able to muscle his way down the lane and get to the window.
Landon McPeak, the 5'9" senior, 76% from the free throw line on the season. Good rotation on that one as he puts his team back up by 14, under 3 minutes to play. Joaquin Cox leaves the floor. Gavin Little back in for the Purple Riders.
You can see Indian Valley playing real disciplined basketball here. Taking their opportunities when presented, playing under control, understanding clock time management.
Under 3 minutes, they need some points and they need them in a hurry, but they're being very patient here on this possession. Elijah Smith couldn't get that pass, and which way is it going to go? The officials talk about it, stays with the Purple Riders.
Indian Valley going to a box and one on Alex Reese here, willing to let everybody else get jumpers as the other 4 players in Indian Valley zone up, trying to prevent Reese from going crazy.
Tevin Williams for 3, short. And rebound grabbed by Bieber. Bieber ahead to James, stolen by Tevin Williams. Barnett to Tevin Williams. They need points and they need him in a hurry. Little gives it a shot. No go. Smith knocks it, but grabbed by McPeak.
What a box out by Indian Valley, making sure they only limit him to 1 shot only. There's that
Swing it
ball
around.
movement.
Riker Williams for 3. You bet.
3 or 4 touches. Riker Williams gets the clear-cut shot at the elbow.
Biggest lead of the game right now for Indian Valley. Braves have been very impressive. Barnett drives, gets it. Cuts the lead down to 16. Martins Ferry
Coming with the pressure.
not giving up, that's for sure.
No, staying right with it, Jeff. Now watch here, Indian Valley, watch McPeak. He's gonna understand the moment, the time, understand the clock. 18 seconds on the clock now. Let's see what time they go when they get a shot. Probably under 7.
Bieber fouled by Elijah Smith.
9 seconds on the clock. Again, moving the ball around the horn. Look at 3 passes. Riker Williams gets a wide open shot from the exterior.
How tough is it to play defense in this situation if you're the Purple Riders, where you're trying to do all you can to try and get back into the game, Brad?
Well, it's tough because now you're in the bonus. The other team's in the bonus. So anytime you put a hand on them, referee may end up calling a foul. You're defeating your own purpose. That's why you don't want to get in foul trouble early in a quarter, because it just limits you down the stretch.
Bieber just missed the first free throw. That's his first miss of the season. He was a perfect 4 of 4 on free throws this year, as mass substitutions by the Purple Riders. Also major substitutions by Indian Valley, as the coach is giving all of the guys a chance to play here on our televised game on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
That's great, because the kids who won't ever probably see this floor again at the field house will have a chance to be out here. Everybody understands the nature of where we are.
Kent Beery, Matt Kost in the game right now. Nathan Wassman as well for the Purple Riders as they lose the basketball. That was Joaquin Cox. And again, there's that football mentality. No slowing down. There's a guy in front of me. I take him out, right? Oh, wait a minute. This is the other game.
He was going to get through the 7-hole. That's what he was. He was guaranteed I was going to get to that hole.
McDonald in the game now. So is Jaden Dallacasa. Roberto Matana has the basketball now.
Oh, nice drive.
And he puts it up and in.
Very nice drive.
Roberto is 6-foot junior. Down the floor to Nathan Wassman. He's another football player out there. He was a tight end along with Reese in the 2 tight end offense. Left-handed shot up a little bit short by Joaquin Cox. And that will do it. Game number 1 here at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. The shot clock shootout underway with a good one. We had plenty of tempo. We had 1 shot clock violation as Indian Valley comes up with a 19-point win over Martins Ferry. And Brad, pretty spirited contest.
Great contest. Way to start this weekend out. Great tournament. Great action. The skill sets were fully on display today, Jeff.
Indian Valley comes up with its 4th straight win. They improved to 5-1 on the season. It's now a 3-5 record for the Purple Riders of Martins Ferry. 75-56, our final score in this one. Our second game coming up, Brad and I will have the ladies from Streetsboro against the ladies from Millet. We'll be back from Canton.